Hi, I'm Devan, it's Friday, and welcome to the BA. First, I have my segment, and it is on my favorite thing in the world, well, one of my favorite things, which is beer. And I've got for you today the Saison la Moneuse, which I probably cannot pronounce. But Saisons, or I don't know how exactly you say it, they're the Belgian farmhouse ales, and they are summer beers, and they're typically very fruity and very yeasty, but not overly sweet and kind of dry. So I'm hoping this will be a good one, so let's pop the cork. And before we get going on this, I have to tell you about the glass I'll be trying it in. It's a beer goblet. It says Atomium on it, you'll notice. And that is because this is the beer goblet for the Atomium Grand Cru, which is my favorite beer in the entire world. And I got a set of 4 of these for my birthday from my friend Trevor, and they don't even sell these in the US to people who are not beer bar owners who serve this beer on tap, but he emailed them and told them that the beer changed my life, and they let him order 4 glasses from the North American distributor. So this is a very special glass to me. So let's pour it and see how it is. Oh, this looks nice. So the first thing you're going to notice when you taste a beer is the appearance. This is a little dark looking for a Saison or a Saison. They're usually a little more blonde looking. I think that means that this might be a little bit spicy. If you look really close, you can notice little specks in there. Those are yeast because this was in bottle fermented, which is great. If you look at the amount of foam on the top, you'll notice this is about a 2-finger head. And then the next thing you want to do is, and you'll also notice that you cannot see my fingers through the back of the glass because it is cloudy, because it is unfiltered. And so we're going to try smelling it. What I get on the nose is like very, very bready and yeasty. I'm not picking up that much fruit on the nose, but it smells like it's going to be wonderful. The mouthfeel for this one is, it's kind of a light to medium. You've got the fine Belgian bubbles from the yeast, and you have actually a much more hoppy tone than most of this style that I've tried before. Like the Saison DuPont is a lot less hoppy than this, but I enjoy it. Like I said, it is very much mostly the bready and the yeasty tones. I don't taste almost any fruit, and the finish is dry and hoppy. I would give this beer about probably a 7 on a scale out of 10. It's approaching an 8. I don't know yet. I have to drink it more because sometimes the flavor profile will change when it warms. But right now, I would say solid 7. Perhaps an 8. We'll see what I eventually rate it. By the way, you can check my ratings on Facebook. I use the Rate Beer application. And this for me will be beer number 217. So cheers. Continuing on. And link in the sidebar to the other BA, which is beeradvocate.com, to this beer so that you can see how other people have reviewed it. I think it got an overall score of A- on there, which is very good. So let's answer Johnny's question. Johnny asked where in the world we would most like to travel. Out of places I haven't been to yet, I would have to say that I really want to go to the Galapagos Islands because it's where Darwin did all of his stuff, and I really like science, and that idea. When you think about evolution and you read about it, you're like, well, that's obvious, except for it's not intuitively obvious, and it took so long for people to figure that out. And And it can be applied not only to biology, but the way so many other things work in our world. It in general is the way that we try to decrease entropy in the universe, even though, of course, entropy overall is always ever increasing in the universe according to the second law of thermodynamics. But, yeah, so that's my answer. I'd love to go there. The trips there are really expensive, though, so I don't know if it's something I'll ever get the chance to do, but it's definitely top of my list. Next, fandoms. Sarah asked us about fandoms. I don't really have any fandoms per se, but I am sort of addicted to this game called Kingdom of Loathing, link in the sidebar. What it is the RPG game that makes fun of all other RPG games. So, like, for example, you learn how to do everything from a bird called the toot oriole. Ha ha. Lots of puns, references to all sorts of geek culture, and all sorts of pop culture. Like every single item in the game references something else from real life and is making fun of it, and that's what keeps me hooked. The gameplay itself is very involved and in-depth, and is one of it uses all of my brain power, which I like. It's text-based, also poking fun at the advanced graphics of a lot of the big massive, like World of Warcraft and stuff. It's stick figures, and it's fabulous, and it's free, and you should try it. Right now I'm a disco bandit. In the next life, I'm gonna still be a disco bandit, but in my next life after that, I'm gonna be a seal clubber. Anyway, but I don't really, they have cons and stuff. I haven't gone to one. I don't really get involved that much in the chat, but some of my best friends play, from real life, and that's how I got into it. So I mainly just talk to them. So that's my only other close to fandom thing. My research. Annette asked about my research. So yeah, things are still going okay. My one machine that is fixed, I got good data on for the first time in forever, and so that's really happy. Right now I'm starting a second experiment on it, and I'm having a little bit of problems, but I think I'm going to be able to fix them tomorrow. But in general, I've still got a lot of things to work on, because my other, so I have 4 big machines in my lab, and one of the other ones I thought was almost fixed, and it is, except for then as soon as it got fixed, the temperature bath that heats the thing decided to stop circulating, and I've been troubleshooting that because it has silicone oil in it normally, and so I've been troubleshooting it with water, and it still stopped circulating, and I've isolated the system, and so probably going to have to send that in. It's probably going to take a couple of weeks to get it back. That's annoying, and the other 2 big machines still are having issues, so I'm still very much working on fixing things, but at least I'm getting some data at this point, and that's more than has happened for me in months. Let's see. Question to Johnny. What is your most recent phase that you had? Because you say you've gone through a lot of very different phases in life. Before Harry Potter, what is that? I want to know about it. Tell me all about it. And then my last thing is going to be to tell you that I don't want to leave you with just watching my video and having nothing else to do and being bored. So every week I'm going to try to give you a link to another YouTube video that I enjoy that doesn't have anything to do with Harry Potter or something like that, because you've probably already seen it. And this week, the link is to the MIT Logarithms, which is an a cappella group that is all male. At MIT, we have tons of a cappella groups. But it is an all male a cappella group singing Miley Cyrus's See You Again, and it is hilarious. So enjoy that. And Johnny has pointed out to me that we've never really explained formally on here what the BA is and what this collab vlog is about. So I will make another vlog about that I will post tomorrow, but this one is already too long. So I love you guys, I miss you guys, and Johnny, I'll see you on Monday.